Idea judo, effortless work. Set up your environment in a flexible way to allow yourself to make small, constant adjustments to keep your interest, your motivation, and your work. So I guess this is your way of saying only work on what you feel like working on.
Yep.
Only do what is easy. If you get stuck, put it aside, do something else that you find interesting instead. And this is where you don't want to drain your willpower. I call
Hmm.
this strategic procrastination, making the most progress with the least amount of willpower. And this is where you can get to a perpetual motion machine because, as you said before, willpower can
Yep.
approach zero.
That's right. Yeah. I
And
mean, often some days I was working 14 hours a day. I finished the day. I mentally really didn't feel drained at all. And I could get up the next morning totally fresh and start again and do it again. I've only experienced that a few times, but I really think that when you're in that state of flow and you can get yourself there fairly quickly without any matches, um, not always possible, but if you can get there, yeah, then you can do that with very little willpower,
yeah,
and you can save that for other parts of your life.
yeah, no, I agree with that. So now let's talk about this second breakthrough you had. Like, I see the first breakthrough as snafu, right?
Mhm.
Snafu, I'm creating kindling. All of a sudden, I get a week's worth of work done in half a day. Your second major breakthrough is this whole digital project sustained flow experience. So
Mhm.
talk about what happened there.
Well, I think it's a combination of what we've just described. I think just coming all together in maybe an ideal environment for me, and I think everybody has their own whatever their ideal environment would be. But for me, I'm a big learner, so I enjoy learning. I like challenges and solving problems, analytical and things, but also the creative side. So um, luckily, I had some freedom from work to to spend some time, part of my week, uh, in some of this unstructured, more less structured learning, and exploring and just trying to build some things in the digital space. And yeah, I think that combined with yeah, with a lot of good positive feedback that I got, and just yeah, a lot of it was just autotelic. Like you say, you enjoy it, you get some more accomplishment, you have a breakthrough or two, you learn something. For me, all those things just improve the experience for me, and just trigger me to do more and learn more, and then I can apply it more. So it just sort of got into this positive feedback cycle, and you know, being able to just crank out a huge amount of work, to me, didn't it almost felt somewhat effortless. I mean, I think I had enough willpower at the end of the day to continue to do some courses online, and get some certifications and that sort of thing, which surprised me because I would have thought I would be
Tired by then.
pretty mentally tired
Yeah.
from doing all the work. But yeah, but somehow I think if you can get into that flow cycle, and if you can sustain it for a good chunk of time, which I was luckily able to do, yeah, I think you can accomplish more than I think what you can do in a much longer period of time, just having to force yourself to work,
Yeah.
and do it do it synchronously, but maybe less enjoyably as well.
Yeah. And so let's call this your version of 20% time kind of thing, right? This was your version of
Yeah.
time. What percentage of your accomplishments did your boss say came out of your 20% time?
Well, I think, yeah, probably 80% of my accomplishments, if I look back at the year,
Came out of
would
your
have come from
20%
that.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
80%.
Hmm.
And so your boss was expecting project A?
Yeah, I think delivered. Was able to deliver a bunch of projects that were sort of in a series that because some of the concepts were not only when you're in flow, but also when you, like we were saying earlier, if you can solve a problem on project X, you
Yeah.
can apply it to projects Y, Z, W.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, progressing those projects, then you get even more. So that compounding of being able to solve problems and shortcut things and learn more. So if you from your original expectations of what you can do, if you do it in this sort of asynchronous, unstructured way, you might actually be able to accomplish quite a lot more. And I think similar to the studies from How to Take Smart Notes, right? The amount of publications that could be produced from that slip box, right?
Yeah.
Astounded people.
Yeah.
But, if you build up all those connections and ideas, and you have a way to capture them and connect the ideas and build upon them, I think you can actually get a huge amount of work done, and I think that can be quite surprising. It was to myself, and I guess others.